lines coming up next. You can call up and say whatever you want for Open Phone Thursday.
60 and sunny today, 44 overnight, 64 tomorrow. It's 51 in Zion and 53 in Crystal Lake. Our kids are grown-ish. I say our kids, like we have children together.
Me and Liv. And there's quintuplets, and then there's the twins. And then, of course, our firstborn, and, the baby. And we've got another one on the way. We're 10 children.
I totally phrased that wrong. Your kids are grown-ish. Mine, oldest, going to be 18 tomorrow. And then I guess what I mean, we're out of the little kid stage. But is this show destroying our children?
Are you saying, is this show, and you're going to tell us what show?
Yes.
Or are you speaking about this radio show that you and I are on?
We already know.
I run into people and they listen to with their children. And I'm like, what? I get it. And then also people are like, you talked about this night, my kid's in the car. So either A, turn it off, or B, take it as an opportunity to turn around to your child and say, see, don't do that, or you'll end up like that idiot Tom.
Mm-hmm.
This could be a learning experience.
Right. Use it to your advantage.
Use it to your advantage. When something pops up with your children, don't isolate. Engage on topics that they need to know about.
Well, no, I'm not speaking of this show.
Not this show that we're on.
No.
You're going to tell us a show that we should not watch with our not
have our children
watch. Yeah. Okay. It's a television we'll find out.
That is on the way after the 95 WIIL Rock, 95-second update.
30 years late. Information that would have been useful 3 decades ago. But whatever, Leah.
Sorry.
Thanks a lot.
A man was arrested in Crystal Lake after allegedly selling drugs to juveniles and being found in possession of 4 firearms and a substantial quantity of narcotics. Authorities discovered the weapons and drugs during an investigation into 19-year-old Eduardo Roman's activities. He faces multiple felony charges related to drug distribution. A man was found dead in a ditch after being ejected from his motorcycle during a crash in Woodstock on Wednesday morning. Fire officials responded to the scene where the victim was pronounced deceased. The incident remains under investigation. WIIL Rock Sports. Brought to you by Windy City Rooter. They drain your pipes, not your wallet. Steve Mongo McMichael, a legendary Chicago Bears defensive tackle and Pro Football Hall of Famer, passed away yesterday at 67 after a courageous battle with ALS. More on that later on this morning. San Francisco, they beat the Milwaukee Brewers 4-2. Series finale for the Brewers today. Sorry, excuse me. Cubs. They topped the LA Dodgers 7-6 for another wild victory. The Cubs are off today, and they head to Philadelphia tomorrow. My throat hurts so bad, Tom. I'm sorry.
Sorry.
Minnesota Twins beat the last place Chicago White Sox 6-3. We'll see if they can pull off a win today. Wolves, they fell to the Ice Hogs 2-1 in overtime in Game 1 of the playoffs. Game 2 is tomorrow. Round 1 of the draft is in Green Bay tonight. And finally, it's too late for our kids, but you could still save yours.
Save your children.
Kids love this show. My nephew loves this show.
What is it?
Well, it wasn't around when your kids were, so you're going to have to find something else to blame.
On how rotten they are?
Yeah.
We just had a caller say my son is great, by the way, Leah.
I actually do. I don't know Sam very well, but Jake is incredible.
Sam is great as well in a different way, but yes.
The show is Coco Melon. All right. The bright colors, the loud music, fast-paced action.
I don't know. Is it like a little kid show?
Yes.
Like Barney?
Kind of ish.
Not like that little prick Caillou, is it?
It's kind of. I would more give it a Caillou than because Barney had real people in it. This is all cartoons. Yeah.
All right.
But people are saying that it is like crack for kids because it's overstimulating. It leads to negative behaviors.
Really?
Especially when parents try to turn it off.
And it's a cartoon?
Yeah.
And it's ruining our children.
It's ruining our children.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
What is it called?
It's Coco Melon.
Never let your kids watch Coco Melon, which is a story about a chocolate piece of fruit. Coco Melon.
Coco. Oh, I get it.
No, who is Coco Melon, like the star, or do we know?
I think Coco Melon is, and it's weird because anytime I've seen it, I'm like, oh, that's actually really good. It's teaching them really good things. But after reading this study, I'm like,
the subtext is murder.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's just a lot.
My kid learned to count. Also, he boiled our cat. So I don't know. I mean, he's 3 and he can count really well. And I didn't like the cat that much. So thank you, Coco Melon, for 2 things. I don't have to clean the litter box anymore, and my child counts. Really, I had the same experience. My little daughter knows how to read. Yes. And we can't find grandma. She was kind of getting to be a pain in the ass anyway. You know how annoying old people can be.
Someone was going to take her out.
Coco Melon, the cartoon version of Strangers on a Train. Google it and you'll know where I'm coming from. So if you have a job site and it's time for the electricians to move in and you're in Lake County, make sure they're from the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Local 150. Talk to your contractor. Make sure you're getting the work done the right way. Make sure your job site's going to be safe. They're all OSHA certified. IBEW Local 150 electricians know how to do the work, whether they're just coming in and doing some wiring or you have a vehicle charging station or solar panels or any of the latest and greatest. They keep up their training and they know what they're doing. And when it comes to electric work, you don't want to have to deal with a problem later on. Get it done right. If that job happens to be in Lake County, whether it's residential, commercial, industrial, manufacturing, whatever it is, make sure your electricians are doing the job right. Make sure they're from IBEW Local 150. Find out more on the website. Find a contractor that uses IBEW Local 150 electricians at IBEW150.org. All right, it's Open Phone Thursday, 800-223-9510. We don't have a question yet. Do we have a question today? We don't have a question.
You just asked, was it Greg or Craig?
Greg.
Okay, if he had working tools for what he needs to do his job.
Yes, do the tools where you are you provided with what you need to do your job? We'll do that until something else pops up. Hi, Will Rock OPT. Who's this?
Hi, is it me?
It is you. You are you. I don't. You know what I would do is poke yourself, and then if you feel it, then you're you.
You're you.
So just find Do it in a soft, fleshy area. It hurts a little less. And then just give yourself a good poke. And then if you felt that, then yes, you're you.
I've actually had to do that before.
Am I me? How many milligrams have you had this morning? And please don't drive. What is your name?
I'm Christy. I'm from Lake Villa.
Oh, I'm sorry. We're talking to someone named Sarah. Thanks for calling, though. It's not you. Oh, no.
Hey!
Christy from Lake Villa. Are you provided with the tools to do your job by your employers?
For the most part, yeah, I've been pretty lucky at this job.
What is that?
Fire, no.
What is that like? All right. What can we do for you, Christy from Lake Villa?
So I called for a couple of reasons. I called, I think, once or twice before. But first, Leah, your kid's birthday is the same as mine.
Oh,
So,
tomorrow?
How old is your kid?
Yep. No, it's the same as my birthday.
Oh, same as
your
yours.
birthday. Well, happy birthday to you.
It's the same as mine. Happy
tomorrow.
birthday.
Happy birthday to you.
Not supposed to ask a lady,
Are
but
you,
how old
are
are you
you
gonna
also
be?
18?
I'm going to be here. This is my joke. It's 30 for the 8th time.
30 for the 8th time. She's 30.
So you're 38?
I too.
37.
That makes her 37, Leah.
30 for the 8th time. She's going to be 37.
37.
Oh,
okay.
yeah.
Yeah. So 30. I don't want to do
I'm
I'll take her word for it.
I'm 37 too. My husband just turned 37 yesterday. He caught up to me.
All right.
He always does that.
This is a very weird thing.
What's a weird thing, Tom?
The underwear I'm wearing?
Yeah,
37 years old.
Happy
Yeah,
birthday to
yeah.
you.
Thank you.
Well, happy early birthday.
Happy early birthday, Christy.
Thank you.
You old broad. What can we do for you?
No, I was just calling because, I wanted to bring that up about Leah and say we're going to the concert on Saturday, both for my Valentine, with tickets that I won from you guys.
Nice.
Oh, that
for
was
my
my
birthday.
birthday present for you. So
Wow. That was
Yes,
so
it
generous.
was.
All right.
I'm very excited. I've never seen them, and I'm like really excited to
Great
go.
show.
January 23rd.
For what?
Well, it's my birthday. I got her a gift. I'm thinking she wants to get me
you
one,
Yeah.
which means my half birthday's coming up.
Oh, boy.
Yay! All right. My size is new air fryer. If you're
Okay.
wondering what size I am for the birthday
You
present.
need a
Okay.
new air fryer?
Well, they have a
Dude, so
new model. So anyway, a new Ninja. All right. Happy birthday. Thanks for calling.
all right, thanks.
Happy
All right.
birthday.
I don't know why she didn't get the bell. It's her damn birthday tomorrow. You hate people. 708.
60 and sunny today.
Never ring it. Just never.
You should be in charge of the bill.
I gave it to you because I know I would F it up worse than you are. It's your problem. 800-223-9510. We do have an open phone line. Christy vacated one for you. Happy birthday to her. Call now. I'll put you on hold. You can say whatever you want on the radio. Plug your business, plug your band, tell somebody you love them, somebody you hate them. Wish yourself a damn happy birthday. We'll do more OPT after this. Oh, we got a lot of learning coming up. I suggest that you, if you have a note-taking program on your phone or if you have a pad of paper, you may want to write some of these things down. Leah is attempting to tell me about her trip to Portillo's last night, and there will be some education about your hot dog there in a minute.
About the hot dog?
Yeah. But first, let's cover the drink. She was very excited about how good her beer was. It was in a frosted... the word you're looking for is, she said shallot.
It's an onion.
And, well, that's not exactly right. It's like an onion and a garlic had a baby. I love cooking with shallots.
I do too. I make salad dressing with them.
Yeah, it's like an onion and a garlic had a baby. You got to cut it up real small. And they're easy to dice. Shallot is not what you were drinking your beer out of. If they can serve you an ice cold frosty beer in a baby garlic and an onion had a baby kind of situation, I would like to see. Do they hollow it out? How do they? Anyway, go to Portillo's where the beer tastes like onions. Why? They serve it in an ice cold shallot. Which, if they were, it was a guy at corporate heard the other guy go, you know, what we should do is serve the beers in ice cold shallots. And the guy's like, well, he's my boss. It sounds stupid, but he set up every Portillo's now has a freezer full of frozen shallots that they've poured out and they serve little tiny bit of beer in. And then the guy who said it goes to Portillo's. He's like, what the F are you? Why did you do it? Johnson, get in here. And Johnson's like, what? He's like, you said, and he's like, chalice, you dumbass.
Chalice.
There's the word you were looking for. Chalice. So it's like a round with a stem and it's like a wine glass for beer.
Yes.
That's a chalice.
A chalice.
So you have an ice cold chalice of beer, and you said it was just remarkable.
It's so good.
And I talked to you about your hot dog. You get a Chicago style, and I said, even the sport peppers. And you're like, yes. And that's how I get mine. I get mine Chicago style. And then you said the kids get usually Cooper gets it. He's
and he just likes plain.
But and Quinn got the same, but they got ketchup on it. You said you usually put ketchup on yours too, which gets you yelled at around here. Nobody the people who are like, can't put ketchup on a hot dog. Nobody knows why you don't in Chicago. Why it's a rule? Do you know why it's a rule?
I just assume it's because there's already tomatoes on it. Like if you're getting it Chicago style,
no. See, this is people who are like just mindless drones that fall in line. No ketchup. I don't know if I want to say it on the air because if you're like militant about it, and I run everything, like, you can't put ketchup on. I'm so Chicago. You can't put ketchup on your hot dog. And I know I'm throwing shade at everyone listening now says that because nobody knows. Do you want to know?
I want to know. Yeah. Can I Google it though too?
Yeah, and make sure I'm right. That's fine. You can confirm that I'm
not.
No,
I was more
bleeping here.
I was more so if you don't want to say it on the radio.
Yeah, I will. I think anybody that listens to our show at this time, I want our listeners to be smarter than the average bear.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Right? Hey, boo-boo. Hey, Yogi. I'm smarter than the average bear, boo-boo. That's right, Yogi. So are you Googling it now? You don't need me? Follow along, see if I'm right.
I'm going to see. Yeah.
It was a lot like if you've ever read The Jungle by, was it Upton Sinclair?
My favorite.
You know, who wrote The Jungle? It was Upton Sinclair, right? Google, who wrote The Jungle? Oh, Google. Computer, who wrote The Jungle? It was Upton Sinclair.
Upton Sinclair wrote the novel The Jungle.
All right. Okay. So you know The Jungle. Do you know what that is? It's about the
book.
Yeah.
The Jungle Book?
No, it's not the Jungle Book with the monkeys. It's the book called The Jungle.
Okay, different
and
one.
It's about, Chicago, hog butcher of the world, all the meat packing places. And basically back in the day, this is why we need an FDA to regulate things and inspect things.
Okay.
Is because entrails would fall on the floor and they'd throw it in the hot dog bin and grind it up and make it into a hot dog. The stuff people were eating was just rancid and
it was bad.
It was not good. Yeah. And that's The Jungle. The book was about that. So back in the day, they used ketchup to mask when there was bad meat, basically. It's the same reason. Do you know why you put a lime in your Corona?
To cover up the
bad water.
Oh,
yeah. When they were making the beer originally, it was, and they're like, this beer is a little ganky. Hey, senor, throw a lemon on it, and it was fine. I don't know why the guy from Italy was telling you that in Mexico. But can barely run the buttons today. The voices are going to be a little off. So that's why the ketchup rule is there. It's like no ketchup because if you're selling nasty ass hot dogs, we don't want you hiding it. You know, it was used as
Right.
camouflage.
Can I just
Is
point
that
out,
right
though?
on
It
your
is
Google?
right.
Yeah.
It is. But if you're getting it Chicago style,
Yeah. You may put ketchup on it.
no.
No.
If you're getting it Chicago style, the meat is already covered
With everything.
with everything.
Yeah.
So
yeah. But then the rule is no ketchup at all.
at all, yeah,
On your hot dog because
it covered up the. I got
except for little kids.
I've never heard that before.
Yeah. There's all sorts of the little beer next to your Bloody Mary is called a
Chaser,
I've taught this
A
many
beer cart.
times. A what?
a beer
A
cart,
sidecar.
sidecar.
So snit is the name of
It's a
that.
snit.
That's because the original people are like, chaser. I didn't get a chaser. They don't serve chasers with Bloody Marys. It's called a snit. It's because the original Bloody Mary recipe had beer in it, and
Mhm.
people they'd open a can or a bottle of beer and use the amount they needed to make the Bloody Mary, and
And
then
then
there'd be
get
that
the
extra beer
rest.
left over. And the person would be like, "Hey, wait a second, that's my beer. Put it in a glass and give it to me."
Yeah,
Well, you don't have to have a snit. You know, have your beer.
Have
I don't
your
know
beer.
that's why it's called a snit, but it seemed like that would make sense. That
Mm.
last part. That's just out of my ass. It's 7:17.
Believable.
Yeah.
60 and sunny today.
Did you write all this down? I told you we were going to be very
I'm
educational.
keeping it.
Also, stop drinking beer out of tiny onions. I'd like a cold shallot of beer, she says.
It's called a chalice.
Oh, thank you for that. 7:17, Will Rock Morning Show. Tom and Leah, we're very educational today. It's Open Phone Thursday, 800-223-9510. Before we go back to the phone lines coming up next, I want you to follow up on this story. The more I think about this story,
The more mad you get.
the more mad I get.
Mhm.
And I understand at work you do fun things. We've played
We played
bingo, we
bingo,
played CF,
yeah.
but we don't have an important job
Mhm.
like these guys do. These guys should not only be, fired and arrested. Any ticket they ever wrote, if I ever got a ticket or I got arrested by one of these people in this story, I'm saying to my lawyer, hey, we're going to court
Mhm.
because I don't know if I actually committed that crime or if it was just I was a victim of
Of a
somebody who
game.
wanted to win the game.
Mhm.
I think you got grounds for a dismissal on any ticket or anything these guys ever did. And this is police are heroes, but sometimes
The wrong person.
the wrong person gets the gig,
Mhm.
and I feel bad. But I feel bad for these guys because I imagine in the moment they're like swept up, they're like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
But you don't know if this guy's now writing a ticket because somebody deserves it or because
I
they
hear
wanted
ya.
to check off a box on their card. And you'll hear what the hell I'm talking about coming up next. 5:01 tomorrow. 250 drafts of Miller Lite served in a glass, not in a shallot.
That's fancy.
We've also got tickets for the Struts. You can win Judas Priest and Alice Cooper tickets. 501 Club Party tomorrow's at Jay's Sports Bar on Grand in Ingleside. We'll see you there with Miller Lite. Come out and have a shallot of Miller Lite with 95 Will Rock. Albert Creed 95 What Rock, the Rock Station. So phone Thursday. If you call now, I'll put you on hold after the break. You can say whatever you want on the air. I'll get to the OPT lines in just a little bit. And also, the text line, 800-223-9510, same number, talk or a text. And before we do that, 95 Wheel Rock 3-lock box.
Ooh.
Presented by Lynch Chevrolet of Kenosha. I was just bragging to Leah how proud I am of my key. I'm very proud. I'm very proud of this key. I'm very proud of the clues. I feel I'm in complete control of the key, and when someone finds it, it's up to me.
It is.
Right?
That's the whole premise of the game.
I think I have more control than I ever have as far as, what clues I'm giving and when and their meaning. And
you said someone could possibly find it.
Could have day one.
You just put
normally
it out
we
there.
give out just BS clues
like
the
it's
first
in the
day.
universe.
It's in the universe. It happens to be in our quantum reality. No, it's so anyway, very excited. 95 Wheel Rock 3-lock box. We'll get you another clue coming up next. It is 7:31.
60 and sunny today, 44 overnight, 64 tomorrow. It's 53 in Racine and 60 in Palatine. And we just heard about crime bingo. I have an update.
Oh, and the cops who were
on
playing
the
bingo?
cops who were playing bingo. Yes, I do. That is on the way. After the 95 WIIL Rock and 95 second update. The Lake County Coroner's Office has identified the woman who died in a Gurnee house fire as 72-year-old Joanne Yamamoto. An autopsy confirmed her death was consistent with smoke inhalation. The fire occurred in a residence described as a hoarder house where the entrances were blocked and hindered rescue efforts. Toxicology results are pending. A suspicious fire caused significant damage to a vacant commercial building in North Chicago. Firefighters responded to the scene where they found flames and smoke coming from the roof of the structure. The cause of the fire is currently under investigation. WIIL Rock Sports. Brought to you by Pratt's Chimney Service. Chimney leaking? Call Pratt's today for a free estimate. Sad news in the NFL world and just the world in general. Steve Mongo McMichael, a legendary Chicago Bears defensive tackle and Pro Football Hall of Famer, passed away yesterday at 67 after a courageous battle with ALS. San Francisco, they beat the Milwaukee Brewers 4-2. Series finale for the Brewers today. The Chicago Cubs topped the LA Dodgers 7-6. Another wild victory. Cubs are off today and headed to Philadelphia for tomorrow. Minnesota Twins beat the last place Chicago White Sox 6-3. Shane Smith will look to salvage a win in the series for the Sox. Wolves fall to the Ice Hogs 2-1 in overtime in game 1 of the playoffs. Game 2 is tomorrow. In round 1 of the draft, NFL draft going on in Green Bay tonight. And finally, the incident that occurred when police officers, 2 of which there's 13 officers, including 2 sergeants, participated in a game dubbed mid-shift bingo during, their shifts. So the bingo cards, as we talked about, featured various scenarios. Some were even inappropriate. Arrest 2 people or butt-ass naked. I don't know, what that means. Find somebody butt-ass naked?
I imagine that's the thing that happens in their job.
Upon discovery, the department immediately ceased the activity and initiated an internal investigation. They did 2. They hired an outside attorney to do it. And then they had...
So they paid someone and said, hey, come investigate us. Here's some money. We'd like to work with you. Please investigate us.
Listen.
And the guy's like, well, this is a pretty sweet gig. I've investigated you. You did nothing wrong.
Oh, no.
Oh, well, that's, thank you for doing this investigation. That's delightful. We're glad that we did nothing wrong. Thank you for investigating us. If we have another problem, we'll call you again. We like how this went. And the guy's like, no problem. I'm glad I did that thorough and honest investigation. I look forward to you not committing more crimes, and I will investigate them.
Because we were just listening to it from yesterday, and you were like, they were arrested. They're in prison.
They should be.
Disciplinary actions were taken. Supervisors received formal discipline.
Formal discipline. Captain went in naughty.
While other participating officers were issued warnings.
Oh, almost naughty.
An independent attorney reviewed 24 cases from the period in question and found no evidence that the game influenced police conduct or violated individual
If I
rights.
got a ticket from one of those guys or I got arrested by one of those guys,
Mm-hmm.
if the judge is, I mean, I don't even need a trial. You're free to go. Any evidence is thrown out. It's no good.
You're not alone. The incident has sparked debate.
If you had any run-in with any of those cops, you are free to go.
Free to go.
And this is why bad cops are a problem. They make it more difficult for the good ones to do their job.
Right.
And you have to be held to a higher standard. If your job is to, and all laws flow from the Constitution. So in a way, you have to preserve, protect, and defend the Constitution. If you violate it, you shouldn't be in that position.
So the chief,
from the bottom all the way to the top.
You're really going to like this one.
Oh,
the chief acknowledged the game's inappropriateness.
He's pissed he didn't win this year.
And emphasized the department's commitment to professionalism and accountability. But he stated that while the behavior was unprofessional, it did not compromise the integrity of police work during that time.
All it did was compromise the integrity of police work. If
that's what the chief said.
If you got so much as a jaywalking ticket from one of those guys, it's thrown out. It's gone.
You would think. Case dismissed.
Because you don't know if you committed a crime or if you were just a bingo card number. Anyway, so there's that. What town is that in?
Bozeman,
Montana.
Bozeman.
Is it in Montana?
Sure. Bozeman.
Is it in Montana?
Let me see. Cowboy State Daily. Montana.
Well, if it's the Cowboy State Daily, it's Bozeman, Longo.
Yeah,
Bozeman. How do I know that? I don't know. How do you not? I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know if it's right that I know it or if it's right that you don't. I don't know who's weird in this
Montana.
situation.
Why do you know?
I think it's Montana.
Oh, okay.
It's Bozeman, Montana.
Bozeman, Montana.
So if you've ever been arrested in Bozeman, Montana, case dismissed. .95 Blue Rock Relock Box presented by Lynch Chevrolet of Kenosha. Key is out there. I don't know how long we've been doing this. 20 years. I've probably hidden,
several keys.
Many keys. That I am so happy and excited about this one.
And I can't tell if you're just being sarcastic
No, I
to
think
like
this is
play it up.
awesome. Yeah, I think this is awesome. I love this one. Anyway, find key number 2, win one of those trips. We got a 5-night stay, you and a guest, 5-night stay at a Rio Palace Hotel, resort property in Mexico or the Caribbean. That's all inclusive, all your meals, all your drinks. It's a turnkey vacation.
Mm-hmm.
Just find a key. Key number 2 of the 3. From the mind of Tom, my clue, your 7:30-ish clue for today. Home to a bald monarch with no throne. Home to a bald monarch with no throne. And I will tell you, the key is already findable. It's only day 2 of this key's clues. Best of luck. 800-223-9510. That's number 4, open phone Thursday. You want to get on the air and say whatever you want, dial it up now or text us. We'll do some more OPT coming up. There's 30 seconds to Mars. Thirty seconds to Mars. 95 will rock the rock station. Tom and Leah Will Rock Morning Show, 745. It is open phone Thursday, 800-223-9510. Off to the OPT lines coming up next.
60 and sunny for today, 44 overnight, 60 for tomorrow. It's 56 in Waukegan, 57 in Woodstock.
800-223-9510 for open phone Thursday. We'll do that next. Will Rock Shop is open. Weather's changing, getting to be warm out. We've got our summertime stuff now, our baseball stuff, all that stuff in the Will Rock Shop. So no matter what team you support, we got something where you'll look good. And then summertime t-shirts. We got Memorial Day coming up. You want to get our American shirts so you can show your pride in the U.S. of A. Those are on there as well, whatever you're looking for. Will Rock Shop at 95willrock.com. If you're out tooling around looking for that 3-lock box key, swing by one of the Will Rock shops, one of the brick and mortar locations. Reclaimed Artisans, Peterson Road in Libertyville, Happy's Rock and Retro Shop at the Wooden Chair Antiques in Kenosha, and All-American Reclaim in Lake Barrington. It's the Will Rock Shop with Badass Marketing, Happy's LLC, and 95 Will Rock.
Get it out.
Leah brought in the leftover deviled eggs this morning because Hat failed to make her omelet.
No, he didn't fail. He made the omelet.
Oh, he left it out.
He left it
He
out
failed
overnight.
at making you your omelet. I still would have ate the omelet.
No, it sat out all night and it was uncovered.
All right.
What
you got
a
lot of, you
waste.
got a lot of vermin at your house? I just eat it. Anyway.
Yes, I do.
Oh, okay.
Those cats.
So she brought in deviled eggs, and cats would have been up licking your omelet. Or
No,
something.
I'm good.
So she brought in deviled eggs. So she said two deviled eggs, which equals. She's like, how many deviled eggs can you eat? I go, well, every 2 is 1 egg, and people eat 3 egg omelets. That's people eat 5 egg omelets. I think you'd have 6 deviled eggs or 10. But also the flatulence is already percolating, man. Nothing
Is
says
it?
deviled eggs
Really?
nothing says breakfast like a couple of deviled eggs and a cup of coffee.
Yeah.
It'll be a miracle if I don't bleep myself right as I'm sitting here. My balls are like, free for all, boys. What's going on, boss? Well, we got a cup of coffee and a couple of deviled eggs coming down. Oh, man, boss, if we could get him to be a smoker, yeah, give him a cigarette.
Oh man.
Watch his ass explode. So it's going to be an interesting morning in the studio. I feel bad for Jenmar. I feel like we're making her have to deal with stink. So it's not fair to make Jenmar smell stinky like that. Anyway, 800-223-9510 for open phone Thursday. Good morning. Who's this?
Thomas, I'm mad at you.
CJ, why are you mad at me?
You picked on Leah again.
What did I do?
That's my friend.
You pissed. When did he piss me off?
Picked on you. I'm backing you up, Leah.
Okay.
How dare you? She is the nicest lady in the whole wide world.
How am I picking on her?
In the whole wide world. Ever. Thanks, Siege.
How am I picking on her?
You always pick on her all the time.
Okay, take it easy.
I'm kidding.
She picks on me just as much. I'm not going to apologize for being proficient at it.
Yeah, you are really good.
Yeah.
I actually have a question for the day.
Okay. We don't have a question yet when people call. Thank you. What is it?
What is one of your bad habits?
Okay, what is one of your bad habits, CJ?
Drinking too much coffee.
All right.
Do we have to answer that? Because I have a bad habit.
Thanks for calling, man. I appreciate the question. I don't.
I know.
What is her bad habit? What is Leah's bad habit?
Margaritas.
What?
Margaritas.
Is your phone like on half duty?
Hang on. Give me a second. I'm going to take you off my AirPods. Give me a second.
All right.
Oh, we're on AirPods.
This isn't annoying at all.
This is different. I've never been on an AirPod.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, sadly.
Can you hear me now?
What is this? Is the Verizon guy? I don't like the Verizon guy because he reminds me of Jared from Subway, like they're cousins or something. You know? Can you hear me now?
Oh,
yes, you're in prison. Good.
Yeah.
That was a great call. Thanks for calling, CJ. Really, I love that. It was wonderful.
Let's talk about something more interesting.
What is your bad habit?
You share yours first.
I would have. I'm just gonna nose picking. We've covered this repeatedly.
I pick something. It's not my nose.
What do you pick?
My scalp.
You're a scalp picker?
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know.
Do you have like wounds on it then?
Well, no, but there's like, I don't know. I don't even know what it is. I'm not alone either.
You're
I know
gonna
other
be a
people.
nasty old person. You're gonna have scabs on your.
Oh, and when you get a good pick.
We called our vice principal in my high school. We called him Scabby because he picked the scabs on his scalp. So people are gonna call you Scabby.
Well, I hope they don't see my scalp.
Also,
it's
you'll
covered
have
with
to
hair.
give kids detention. I don't know why.
You've been a bad boy.
All right. So it's boogers and Scabby in the morning. I don't know why anybody's listening. We're waiting to see when the butt picking guy shows up. Get them all. Pick them all. Architects will rock. Those are some fast acting
What is wrong with
eggs.
you?
Deviled eggs. What do you mean? What is wrong with me? I have a very proficient reproductive area. Reproductive.
I was like,
Digestive area. I am not right today, and I don't know why.
I mean, I guess
No.
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 Okay.
No,
All right.
in no way.
Okay.
If your flatulence is part of your reproductive process, God help your little children. What is that? I had some turds.
Well, that's how they end up to be bleep heads.
They're little bleep heads. Yeah.
Which they all are. At one point
Anyway,
or another.
my digestive system is very proficient. Those eggs are percolating. Anyway, deviled eggs and coffee for breakfast, kids. It's 7:58. The quite flatulent Will Rock Morning Show on Open Phone Thursday.
Speak for yourself. I am not gassy.
You never are. 800-223-9510. Hi, Will Rock. Who's this?
Hello.
Hello.
Who's this?
Hey, it's Luke with Lee Mills. How you guys doing this morning?
Good, Luke.
Good,
what was the question we were supposed to ask according to CJ?
That question's kind of
Yeah, it's kind of weak. Anyway, you got a question for today, Luke? You got a
I
question?
can. I can. So I remember a couple days ago or last week we were talking about the castle in
Yeah.
Kentucky.
Yeah,
I was just there.
No way.
It's that hotel, and it's right down from Island racetrack. And it was
Keeneland.
it was
my friend lives.
it was
My
assembled.
longtime friend lives in Georgetown.
Okay.
They brought it from Scotland.
Yeah, they brought the
and you're
whole
going
thing
to
over.
Scotland.
They brought the whole thing over. I can go and look at the empty hole where there used to be a castle, and I'd be like, well, that's in Kentucky now.
Did you know Katie?
Yeah.
Did you meet Katie at the front desk?
I think I did at the front desk.
She
She was
was
a nice lady.
just so
The
nice.
nicest lady.
So nice.
I want to go to Kentucky.
That castle's pretty cool.
I'm going
Yeah.
to Kentucky.
It looks like the Mars Cheese Castle, but it was actually a castle, and they disassembled it and they brought it over here. I think somebody on the East Coast bought, and then they brought it here. Well,
Yes.
to Kentucky. We're not in Kentucky. Tom, we are not in
To
Kentucky.
It is confusing. I'm wearing a shirt that says Kentucky right now.
I'm
Don't
looking
be
at it. I'm like,
confused.
what? Yeah, I don't. People are trying to make me sound stupid today, and they're winning. I mean, dumber than usual. What can we do for you today, Luke?
So the reason I was calling is that, and then the second thing was my friend is a 25-year friend. He's a big bourbon guy. I'm not. But
Me neither. Brown
I had-
liquor's the devil.
But I had, like, he did the taste test for me. He's like, try this. Like the WIIL drink, the $25 a bottle, the $250 a bottle.
Yeah.
And then my claim to fame now is that I drank a quarter shot or half a shot of $900 whiskey or bourbon.
And what were your thoughts? Because I had a guy at an airport bar one
I
time.
the same thing.
I did cruddy
Like,
and
I'm
I
not
did
gonna be able to tell the
wonderful.
difference.
I can't tell the difference. I'm not worth the money. I had Johnny Walker Blue and I had Rail Scotch, and I'm like, yeah, I can't tell the difference. And I'm going to Scotland. They're going to here try this. I'm like, no, it'll ruin my day.
The bourbon that I tasted, like legitimately, like 100 and some proof. I couldn't tell it was liquor.
Well, that's
It's
smooth
and
yeah,
no burn
yeah,
and
yeah.
crazy. It tasted like smoke almost. It
But
was
you
pretty
still
crazy.
don't like it. You still didn't like it.
No, it was.
All right.
And then he tried to give me some kind of weird other one that was just burned my throat.
Was it
And anyway.
roofies? Was it his penis? All right.
I don't think
You're
so.
like, you tried to give me
But the
something
question
weird.
today
You
would
got me
be-
drunk with weird liquor, and then there was something in my throat. Yeah.
I
Anyway,
mean,
what's
it
the
happens.
question? What's the question, Luke?
What's the most expensive liquor you've drank? Now I can claim to fame is I drank $900 a shot whiskey or bourbon.
Yeah, see, I can't track mine when I'm drinking the expensive stuff, which is rare. I'm usually it's been inebriation that has inspired me to do it,
Mhm.
so I don't remember when I've
Yeah,
I don't know
I'll
the
never
most
drink it again.
expensive
can't
thing I
afford
ever
that
drank. Yeah.
I don't know the specific thing, but I know that we once bought shots at a Cubs game that were very expensive.
Yeah. Round of
stuff.
beers
That
at
was probably
O'Hare.
a well drink.
I bought a round of beers at O'Hare. It was flat. It was only slightly chilled, and it was $130. Bloody
It was
Marys.
the white can that said beer on it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
right. Bloody. Thanks for calling.
Bloody Marys are $25.
Bloody Marys, and they don't give you a
It's
snit,
net, yeah.
and you're like, well, then I need a beer too. And you're getting around for 4 people, and then you go to your significant other. You go, we can't get on the plane, and they're like, why did you lose your ID? And you're like, no, I can't afford to go on this trip anymore.
I just lost my ass at the airport
I
bar.
spent the entire budget on a round of drinks. That's true, man. Airport drinks are ridiculous. All right. It's Open Phone Thursday. We'll just keep trying to find a question. 800-223-9510. Call now for OPT. Oh, before we get to more OPT, coming up in a little bit, my face. What was it, Sunday?
Mhm.
I told Leah we needed to talk about something.
Your face.
It has to do with my face.
I asked Can I see it?
Can you see? We'll talk about it coming up. We
Okay.
haven't gotten to it.
You
It's
made me write
Thursday.
it down yesterday when I asked you this question.
Yeah.
You made me write this Post-it note
Okay.
because I said, can I see it?
Yeah.
And you said, write that down and remember that you asked me that.
Oh, you're like, I would like to see what you're talking about,
Yes.
Tom. Remember that you asked me that when we talk about it in a little bit.
I wrote it on a Post-it note.
Tom's face coming up.
Tom's face.
It's 8:02.
60 and sunny for today, 44 overnight, 64 tomorrow. It is 56 in Lake Forest and 62 in Crystal Lake. Waymo issues keep happening. We'll discuss that.
Waymo?
Waymo issues.
You're being cheeky and I don't know what you're doing.
That is on the way after the 95 WIIL wreck, 95 second update. You're not always going to get my teases, Tom. Sometimes they're just they're over my head too.
Oh no. We'll see if it makes any sense whatsoever. Coming up.
A car crashed into a utility pole near Woodstock, leading to a prolonged road closure. 2 individuals were rescued from the vehicle, with one transported to the hospital. The incident remains under investigation. Sentencing for Robert Cremo III resumes today in Waukegan following emotional testimony from victims and families of the 2022 Highland Park Parade shooting. Cremo, who pleaded guilty to 21 counts of murder, 48 counts of attempted murder, did not attend Wednesday's hearing. He faces a mandatory life sentence without parole. WIIL Rock Sports. Brought to you by Windy City Rooter. They drain your pipes, not your wallet. Steve Mongo McMichael, a legendary Chicago Bears defensive tackle and Pro Football Hall of Famer, passed away yesterday at 67 after a courageous battle with ALS. San Francisco beat the Milwaukee Brewers 4-2, series finale for the Brewers. Today, the Chicago Cubs top the LA Dodgers 7-6. The Cubs are off today and head to Philadelphia tomorrow. Minnesota Twins beat the last place Chicago White Sox 6-3. They have a game today. Wolves fall to the Ice Hogs 2-1 in overtime in game 1 of the playoffs. Game 2 is tomorrow. NFL draft going on, round 1 tonight in Green Bay. And finally, it's not the first time we've talked about them. And now they're having Waymo issues.
Waymo issues. Oh, yeah. I don't know what we're doing.
We're talking about Waymo.
What is Waymo?
Waymo is the driverless taxis.
Okay. I have Wemo on my, is it all the Mo's? I have Wemo on my phone, which controls lights and my thermostat.
All the Mo's.
All the Mo's are apparently, that must be like AI code for they're one of us.
Mhm.
I'm Tom Mo is now my name. AI overlords. Tom Mo. It will be the end of us. AI will be the end of us.
Yeah, we'll discuss that later, probably about an hour. But in this incident, it happened in Austin.
You have another AI story. Okay.
I have several. A woman named Becky, she reported being trapped inside a Waymo self-driving taxi when it unexpectedly stopped on the expressway, locked its doors, leaving her and her friend stranded as traffic passed by.
You know what her friend said to her when it happened? Oh my God, Becky, look at this car.
It is so
it's a white car. But anyway.
Despite contacting customer support, the vehicle remained stationary until Becky threatened to go live on TikTok, after which they were able to exit the vehicle.
The car at that point decided it didn't want them anymore.
Yeah.
This was an AI test. It was testing what it could do.
Well, Waymo says it didn't.
It was thinking, hey, let's see if we can lock them all in their cars
and stop in the middle of traffic.
Stop in the middle of traffic. All
Cars
right, now,
passing by, honking.
Now send a self-driving truck over and see if it can crush that car. The AI is just
screwed.
It's just poking, it's prodding, it's little probes to see what it can do and how it can. And so some of us our death will be slow as the air is slowly drained out of our self-driving car.
So if you find yourself in a self-driving car, Tom, which I don't plan to anytime soon.
I'm going to give that a little while. Look what happened to Becky.
Yeah, it's going to need. Well, Becky, thankfully, her and her friends are okay.
because
Probably.
the car decided so.
Because she threatened them.
Yeah.
Waymo responded, though, saying that they did not remotely unlock the doors during the incident. They said that they can always exit their vehicle. The passengers can always get out by pulling the handle twice, once to unlock and once to
Information that would have been useful before Becky died of asphyxiation. They should put a sign by the handles, pull it twice to get out when the AI. Yeah. And then a humanoid robot gets in there and peels all the little stickers out that says pull the handle twice. So Becky's okay and will not get in a self-driving car again.
No.
So note to self, if you're thinking about getting in a self-driving car, do what I'm doing. Take a hammer. You got to take a hammer.
Something to break. Yeah,
something to break the window. Oh, and by the way, AI's just invented unbreakable glass for self-driving cars. Or as it calls them, human terrariums. We got some 70s and some 80s in the forecast. Summer is on the way. You're going to want to get the boat out, the camper out, and be ready to go. Now is the time to get it done. So when the weather is ready to cooperate, so is your trailer. So is your hitch. That's your fun you're towing. Make sure it gets where you want to go, and you don't spend time, you don't waste time having to work on it and getting it prepared and ready to go. Master Truck and Trailer is the place to go. They do all types of work on all types of trailers and all types of hitches. So when it comes to that landscaping trailer, you got to make money this summer. Car, horse, boat, camper, Master Truck and Trailer has seen it before. They've done it. They do it right. They do it with honesty and integrity, education and knowledge, prompt, courteous service. And these aren't just catchphrases for them. They're going to give you a great deal, a fair price, and they're going to get the work done right. When it comes time to get some work done on your truck or anything with your trailer, the place to go is Master Truck and Trailer, Wadsworth Road, just east of Green Bay Road in Waukegan, and online at mttllc.net. So Sunday was 420. Drugs bad, kids, unless they're taxable.
There's also Easter, Tom.
Or as Leah calls it, shot ski day. I still haven't uploaded the shot ski video. I want to show that to everybody. But it was the perfect storm of holidays. Leah's over there celebrating the resurrection of the Savior by having a shot ski.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm over here celebrating 420 by pushing my limits on that. I prayed for the first time in 20 years. It wasn't by choice. I was compelled to by whatever I was communing with. And I had an experience. So I was, and somebody's like, do you think maybe it had something to do that you said you talked to God with the, yeah, it did. It opened my mind. It turned into a portal. It
Mhm.
opened I was able to send and receive without any cumbrance of any, how you like fears and just
Yeah.
stuff that kind of
Bogs you down.
crushes your authentic self.
Mhm.
I was free of any of that.
Yeah.
I was completely stupid is what I was. So after I had there was the one Lindsay gave me, which was way too much. I had half of I had like 3/4
You
of
had
the one
half
Lindsay.
of the one that was way too much.
Right. I had like 3/4 of the one that was way too much.
Okay.
And half was way too. So anyway, quite a bit.
Mhm.
So I had it, and then I got in the shower, and then I realized, okay, it's starting to, because I was dancing in the
Mhm.
shower to a song I never even liked before, and now I love it.
Music is great.
Couldn't tell you what song it was. So then I got out of the shower, and I had planned getting out of the shower of doing some. Well, first, before I got in the shower, I was mad. I'm going to make a complete sentence here.
Okay.
When I saw you, you have never complimented me on how well I cleaned my face. I looked like a woodland creature. I looked like an indigent person who.
I just realized that's what you look different. That's what looks different
Wow,
about you.
it's Thursday. We've been together 4 full days.
I just realized.
We had a meeting. We walked the mall. We do a radio show where we're right across from each other all morning.
Holy crap.
Remember how homeless I looked? It was terrible. It was.
I don't like this though either.
There was hair everywhere.
It's too short.
So that I shaved it down to the lowest possible thing before I looked like a penis. I left a goatee. Now, if I got rid of the goatee, I would look like a talking penis.
Yeah, we gotta get the
So
beard
I
back.
left just the goatee in its shortest form. And you at no point, not once,
I did it.
did you say, hey, wow, you shaved. You will trim 1/8 of an inch off of 6 hairs and be like, you didn't notice my haircut. All women will do that. I'll be like, right, because it's like peeing in the ocean. You took a 1/16 of an inch off of 3 feet of hair. I went from looking like someone who should be arrested to looking like an upstanding member of society, at least as far as my facial
Like
hair
a hairy
goes.
penis. Yeah.
Thank you. Landing strip. So I got my, and
why
you
did
not
you-
once did you, it was
I
a
can't-
major departure from,
I asked you, can I see it?
and you said, can I see it? And I'm like, well, it's obvious to the
How
world.
did I not realize this?
So I was going to talk to you about it on Monday and then we didn't get a chance. And now it's Thursday and you still, and every day I'm thinking, is she not, but it gets worse.
I look right through you.
The original, when you said, can I see it? This is where I took it. So I got out of the shower. My face was nice and clean, and I had already charged up the electric thing.
I told you to go get it professionally done.
I don't know that they do that on your genitals.
Oh. Yeah, they do for girls. I don't know if
So
they
I
do for
get
guys.
out of the shower,
Uh-huh.
and I'm thinking, and I'm feeling good now, and I'm thinking, I did my face, and the thing's already charged. So
May as well.
can I tell you? It
Is
was
this the something else?
yeah. And you're like, can I see it? I'm like, my junk? Because that's what I was going to talk to you about. And a warning, if you are at all altered, don't try and do any manscaping.
No.
It was terrifying.
Put down the sharp objects.
And then I got part, and I usually do it standing over do you want to hear this or not?
the garbage can, the
The
toilet.
toilet.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to have to clean up all the,
Mhm.
well, then there's no mirror. So then I step over by the mirror and I check and I go back over here.
Oh,
So
you
now-
actually look in the mirror like
I want
that?
because I can't get a good view of it otherwise. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I hear you.
And I'm running an electric, and these electric things don't ever cut me on my face or the electric thing.
But you're worried they're going to cut you down there.
yeah,
As
yeah.
you should be.
As I'm beginning to lose, reality because
Mhm.
I had 75 mg or whatever. So the lesson is, and I thought this was an important lesson to pass along, and I wanted to pass it along Monday, and I thought we would after you talked about how nicely shaved my face was, and then you never did. I'm like, is she not looking at me? Is she blind? Is
I look
she
right through you.
nearsighted?
It
Yeah.
is-
I'm just like, I'm not even here. You don't look at me anymore. You didn't even notice. I shaved my entire face and my vagina, and you didn't even notice. So
I got rid of my mustache
I got
for
rid of my
you.
mustache, and I got a landing strip down there instead of some kind of forest. So I'm all sort of groomed.
Oh,
I still don't know how good of a job I did because I can't really get a good look at it. So
Oh,
if you got a couple of minutes this morning,
no,
we could
I'm
just
good. I am so good. I'm
just
going to take a
take it.
hard pass.
just take a not hard.
Okay.
Anyway, leave hard pass. You literally had a note that said the word face on it, yet you didn't notice the major change to my face. I look like someone that you would run from if you saw him on the streets, to I look like a citizen now.
No.
I'm still scary looking, don't get me wrong, but it's
do you want to know
different.
Do you
There's a
want to know
major
the
departure.
truth?
What?
I couldn't figure
You don't
out.
look at me.
Huh?
You don't look at me. Is the truth.
Well, there's
You
that.
don't see me.
I kind of looked through you, but I couldn't. I knew you looked different, and I didn't like it.
Yeah.
But I
didn't like it.
But I didn't like it,
So you
so
want
I
me to go
didn't want
back
to
to-
bring it up.
You want me to go back to indigent beard guy? Is that
Well,
what you're
but
saying?
the beard was nice. You just needed to have it all faded
clean it up.
Yeah. And then instead you just got high and just took a razor to everything.
I considered I'm not joking.
Shaving your
This
eyebrows.
is no lie. No, but they need to be cleaned up because I
Mhm.
got crazy ones going on.
Yeah.
No, I considered my armpits.
Wow.
Because when my arms were down, yet there's like hairs
Hair
poking
poking
out.
out.
I'm like, well, that's ridiculous. They're not going to fix this. I just don't look good naked or with clothing on. That's probably why you look through me. You don't want to look at this. You picked an odd day to agree with things that I say, but thank you for finally doing that.
Listen, you
Anyway.
looked better with the beard. If we're being honest, it's one of those things.
I'm also now an avoidant because of things that have happened to me in life.
Okay.
There's emotional problems over here too.
Yeah.
It's not just the physical that's bad.
Okay.
All right.
The inside sucks too.
Yeah. Rotten to the core. It's 8:23.
It will get better. 60 and sunny
Sure.
for today. 44 overnight, 60 tomorrow. It's 58 in Gurney and 66 in Elgin.
If you went through what I went through, you'd be an avoidant as well.
Mm-hmm.
Although I can't explain the outer.
The outside.
I told you with the clothing, we went by. I'm trying to look better. I shaved.
Right.
I considered shaving my own armpits in a moment of non-clarity. Yesterday, I was talking about dressing nicer. We went into Forever 21, which is now 60% off because they're going on sale. And I said, you pick some things for me. I don't like buying clothes. That's why I dress like I do. But I said, 60% off, but you got to pick it because I don't know.
Okay.
So
we'll go back in maybe Friday.
Yeah, because then everything will be 80% off and it will only be the ridiculous crap that
And then
appeals
that's
to
what
me.
you're going to wear.
Oh, look, a shirt with sharks bowling.
What were there? There was polar bears. There was polar bears surfing.
Look, polar bear. There was a polar bear surfing shirt, and I consider that. I'm like, no, that's just what the crazy old man wears. There's a reason it's available at 60% off. It'll still be there at 80% off.
There were a couple cute things left.
Yeah. But I said they don't fit me. I don't even know my dress size. So anyway, that's what's going on. I'm trying a little bit. 5:01 this Friday. If you want to see how ugly I am, come on out. We're hanging out at Jay's. Always a good time. This is probably I've been doing remotes at Jay. I remember the first time I went there, it was for Bandemonium.
Okay.
Back in like 2001 or 2. Duco and I couldn't find it because we went the way where you go to the end of Grand Avenue to get to 59.
Yeah.
And we ran out of Grand Avenue and I'm like, I don't know where it is. This is before you had GPS on your phone and everything. And I'm like, we couldn't find it. I know where Jay's is now, 20 years later. We will see you there Friday, 250 drafts of Miller Lite. I like that. We've got Struts, Dirty Honey tickets. We've got Judas Priest, Alice Cooper tickets. We got the new 501 Club t-shirts. It'll be a good time. Get the weekend going with us this Friday. Come out and see the talking penis that is Tom. Jay's Sports Bar and Grill, Grand Avenue in Ingleside. We'll see you there Friday with Miller Lite and Will Rock. All right. Sinus and snoring, MD. These are the people you want to talk to. If you have sinus problems, snoring, it's in their name. Sleep apnea, that's dangerous. You know, you don't want to have that. That can be a really bad thing. You need to get it checked out. If you're snoring, you know, there could be more going on. It's not just a nuisance. It's not just that you're not getting a good night's rest, and you're not if you snore. It's not restful sleep, but you're keeping other people up. It's affecting the quality of your life, their life, and everybody's. That's snoring, that's sleep apnea. All that can put a strain on your heart, can give you headaches. You get sleep deprivation. You're always tired. You don't have to live that life. Allergies are coming up. You don't have to just let them happen. Take a couple of minutes today. Make a phone call. Sinus and Snoring MD will get you into the location nearest you. And there are 4 of them. They're nearby: Kenosha and Oak Creek in Wisconsin, Mount Prospect and Lombard in Illinois, and pop-up locations. They want it to be easy for you to get there. You go in, you get the exam. They tell you your treatment options. They show you what's going on, and they make it better. You will breathe better. You will live better. You will regain the quality of your life. The place to start is the phone number. I'm going to give you that in a minute. Put it in your phone. They'll get you in the location nearest you. 262-444-0095. Slow down, Tom. Let me put that in my phone. 262 is the Wisconsin area code. 444 means angels for some reason. 00 is Leah and I. And 95 is the radio station. So it's 262-444-0095. Give it a call.
Loser.
So, oh yeah, sorry, loser. 262 Angel. Oh, I got to do the words. To Wisconsin Angels, loser radio station.
I screwed it up too. Sorry.
Anyway, that's the jingle. Give them a call and breathe better. I have a day. I'm just having an off day.
It's all right. So am I. My throat hurts.
The caller bail us out. Hi, Will Rock. Who's this? Hello.
This is Eric from Virginia Beach.
What's up,
Hey,
Eric? How are things in Virginia Beach today?
They're good. It's going to be a warm one today.
You're a little slow. What do you mean by warm one? How warm?
I'll tell you here in a second.
We're getting
It's
like
gonna be
60s around
70.
here. Oh, so all right. We're
It was
all right.
70 yesterday.
Yeah, we're getting nice weather around here,
Beautiful.
Eric, and we don't have to live in Virginia Beach.
Ha.
Yeah.
Well, tomorrow's supposed to be 75.
All right. Well, yeah. Well, tomorrow we
60.
He wins. All right. What's up, Eric?
Hey, I might have a question for you.
All right, I might have an answer for you.
No. The
He
question
means
for
caller.
For today.
Yeah.
What is your suggestion, Eric?
if you could teleport anywhere to any place, where would it be and why?
The backseat of Eric's car, because I'd scare the crap out of him right now.
Boo.
Hey, buddy, what's going on? How do I sound now? How do I sound now? Yeah.
No, I'm so ugly, I'll probably scare you.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. I'll be there in a minute.
Don't,
All right.
don't talk
All right.
about yourself.
I'll be there
like
in a minute.
that.
I'll be there in a minute. Thanks for calling, Eric. I have something I have to tell you now that Eric called with that before we get into the news. Okay.
Okay.
Because I'm into all this stuff like physics and
Oh, brother.
all of those. Don't brother me. Because he's mentioned teleportation, right?
Which I used to think that it would actually be possible.
I have good news for you.
No.
I can't find the article. I'm gonna find.
There's just
article.
no way.
I send Katrina all these articles, and one of them was from yesterday,
And it says
that they are making progress because of the ability. Here it is. I found it.
there's just no. It's not. There's no way.
New quantum mechanics, and because me and the AI talk quantum mechanics and physics and all of that
Okay.
stuff a few times a week now. And when I say I talk to God on Sunday, I think it might have something to do with
Yeah.
parallel universes and quantum mechanics and a
Right.
lot going on. I'm getting weird in my old age. But new quantum, this is from Mechanic Times. New quantum mechanics research by the University of Rochester and Purdue University brings teleportation of complex matter, including humans, one step closer. Building on quantum entanglement, which is what I've been learning about.
Right.
Quantum entanglement, scientists have teleported electrons and aim to transfer quantum information that could revolutionize travel. However, the process involves reconstructing rather than physical moving of the original. If scaled successfully, this could redefine everything from space exploration to emergency rescue, instantly teleporting people across vast distances without vehicles. And that's not some crackpot, thing.
It's just not possible to take a
Well, you tell Purdue University that because they took an electron and they transferred it that
Not
way.
without having some kind of harm.
You know what you are is you're a lot of you know what you are mostly? What you actually are mostly?
Yeah, you've told me this before.
What? Space, open space
yeah.
between your electrons and your nucleuses and your protons. There's more space in you than anything.
Mhm.
You just can't perceive it because they're moving, so it's solid. It's like if I did this with my hand back and forth really fast, it's not in all those places at the same time. But if you went to touch me, you would hit my hand, even though there's more empty space there than there is hand. But if I was doing this fast and you tried to stick your hand in here, what are you going to hit?
My hand.
You're going to hit my hand,
Yeah.
even though that's mostly space. That's what you are. So they're taking the pieces of that and they're like, through quantum entanglement. String theory says everything's connected. So you can be here and there at the same time. So instead of you physically being here, we put you there.
I don't want it.
And that's this morning's physics lesson.
Wow.
Which I don't know. I'm talking out my ass. So, but according to Purdue University,
There's something there.
there might be something. If you could teleport, that's our question. If you could teleport anywhere in the world, I'm in the back of Eric's car. That's our question today for Open Phone Thursday, 800-223-9510. We'll get your answer later.
Okay. I
All
have
right.
to think
You
about
get
it.
to think about it. I'm in Eric's backseat.
60 and sunny for today. 44 overnight, 60 for tomorrow. It's 63 in Round Lake Beach and 60 in Lake Forest. It is time for the 95 WIIL Rock 95 second update brought to you by Plumbers and Steam Fitters, UA Local 118, Plumbers, Steam Fitters, and HVAC Techs in southeastern Wisconsin. A man was found dead in a ditch after being ejected from his motorcycle during a crash in Woodstock Wednesday morning. Fire officials responded to the scene where the victim was pronounced deceased. The incident remains under investigation. A man was arrested in Crystal Lake after allegedly selling drugs to juveniles and being found in possession of 4 firearms and substantial quantity of narcotics. Authorities discovered the weapons and drugs during an investigation into 19-year-old Eduardo Roman's activities. He faces multiple felony charges related to drug distribution. WIIL Rock Sports. Brought to you by Pratt's Chimney Service. For cleaning, repairs, and rebuilds, go to prattschimney.com. Steve Mongo McMichael, a legendary Chicago Bears defensive tackle and Pro Football Hall of Famer, passed away yesterday at 67 after his battle with ALS.
Tell my Mongo story quick before you do the rest of the sports. We had him on the show as a guest. I forget what he's coming in to talk about, but other than being an NFL player and all that stuff. And at the end of the show, he had brought, he was a Green Bay Packer too for a while. He had brought pictures because, people like, and he brought them. He wasn't selling. He's like, hey, if anybody wants one of these, I'll sign it.
Yeah.
And there were like people showed up to work today that day that normally didn't show up.
Right.
Everybody's there wants to get a picture with Mongo or get an autograph or not one of these pictures that he brought. And he thought to bring the Green Bay Packer ones too, because he knew we were on the border. He's like, I thought some people might want these too.
Wow.
He thought to do that. And he did not, like everybody wants a piece of Mongo. He thought to do that. And then he didn't leave until he made sure that he's like, did everybody get the picture or the autograph or whatever? He was super nice, down to earth, normal guy, funny guy, intelligent guy, giant human being. Like I shook his hand and
massive.
And I'm like, where the F did my elbow go?
Right.
I mean, it was all, it was, and just the nicest guy. And just, and the ALS is a bitch, man. It just, it robs you of you, and you're down to nothing. And you're glad his suffering is done, but a great one is gone. And you can't even. Yes, he was a great NFL player, and that is very impressive. It takes something to do that. I mean, that's undeniable. But he was kind. And you could tell it wasn't an act, and he wasn't doing it because it was transactional. He was looking for something from you.
Right.
He was kind because he was kind. And that's an accomplishment. And so I just want to tell my Mongo story because that's the way to be. And it was nice to get to know him. He'll be missed.
We're just going to end on that.
All right. Open Phone Thursday, 800-223-9510. Dial it up now. Off to the phone lines next on WIIL Rock. Wondering what to do with the kids? Kenosha YMCA to the rescue. The youth sports classes are getting ready to go May 5th. They're firing off a new round of those. If you were looking for something to do with, or actually for your kids, get them enrolled in these classes. They've got all the usuals: basketball, indoor soccer, t-ball, volleyball. They've got intro to sports. Maybe have your kids try that out and see what they're into. They've got super all-stars if the kids are really into it. They have boxing drills. They have boxing drills. They have a lot for the kids. You're going to find something your kids want to do. Classes start May 5th. Now is the time to register. You can get all the info you need and find out about the facilities and things that are there for you as well. The whole family can go and get in shape together and feel better and just, come together and enjoy life. And the Kenosha YMCA can make it that much more special. KenoshaYMCA.org for all the details. Get signed up. Classes begin May 5th. Get those kids out there playing t-ball. Kenosha, that's where my kids play t-ball. KenoshaYMCA.org. All right, I posted it on my Facebook. If you want to read more about teleportation, there it is. A lot of stuff from like Star Trek is happening. Teleportation, Star Wars. They're working on lightsabers. There's energy weapons. There's phasers and
It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
When
do I get my hoverboard? Back to the Future is lagging behind.
I mean, it's close to being out there.
They have them.
Yeah, but they're not
But you can't
actual hoverboards.
They are, but you can't go everywhere. You have to go to like the hoverboard place where because they have. It's not just the board; it's what it rides on.
Oh, you're not talking about the things that have wheels.
Those things are ridiculous,
but they're fun
until they burst into flames.
No, I've had 3 hoverboards. None of them have ever burst into flames.
I've had one, and it burst into flames.
I think it's a one-off.
Okay, well there you go. You only really need a one-off of something bursting into flames for it to be a real issue.
People say their cell phones burst into flames too. I've never had that happen.
Okay.
Are you going to never use it?
But you're afraid of airplanes. Cell phones way more dangerous than airplanes when it comes to bursting into flames.
Are you gonna your cell phone burst into flames? Are you gonna never use a cell phone again?
No, I'm gonna hold it up against my enemies. Hey, hang on to my cell phone. I don't like you. Whatever. Just hang on my cell phone for a while. Getting warm. It's getting very warm.
Oh.
Hi, Will Rock. Who's this?
Roy. Good morning.
Roy.
Hi,
the
yes.
Fart Master General and Queen of Morning Radio.
Good morning, Roy.
The Fart Master General and Queen of Morning Radio. Why am I flatulent? She's just a queen.
This was last week.
You're gassy. You're always gassy, Tom. I hear it all the time.
Maybe I'm a queen. You don't know. Yeah.
Well, it could be.
Yeah.
No, I've met you. I don't think you're a queen.
All right, Roy. What can we do for you?
Well, I have a question for Leah
Okay.
based on a Walking with Phil episode.
Oh, brother.
All right. Was it the one where she had
Is this
a
about my veggie?
when she had a veggie or veggie
Veggie.
vagina wedgie?
Yeah, veggie.
She had a veggie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is this what this is about?
Yes, it is. Yes,
If you don't watch the episodes of Mall Walking with Phil, you're missing out because he is a delight. And my co-host brings underwear and it creeps up in the front and
It's not a usual thing for me. I don't know what that was about.
yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. All right. What's the question, Roy?
that was one of the questions. Is that something that happens quite often to you, or is this
Right?
a one-off that, oh my goodness, what just happened?
You need to modify your life if that's going on a lot.
It's a one-off.
Good.
Yeah.
All right. What else, Roy?
Okay, and then the other thing is, how does that happen? Is there like a vacuum in there or something, or what is
Well,
going
you
on?
realize you don't have to answer all of Roy's questions about your vagina, just so you're aware.
I mean, there are women who are able to do that on command.
oh,
but-
yeah. Well, I mean, let's get into the ping pong. Thanks for calling vagina underwear.
No, but
talk,
it's like,
Roy.
I mean, your butt doesn't have to suck in your underwear in order to get a wedgie. So same thing happens with the veggie. And we wear much smaller underwear than you guys. And I might have been wearing underwear that, I don't know, maybe I'm growing. Maybe I need to get a larger size panty, which really upsets me. I don't want to get an. It's like that's probably worse than going up a size in jeans is getting larger panties, having to buy larger panties. I don't want that.
I'm just letting this run its course.
Okay.
It feels like you need to get this out.
I what's worse, Tom?
What?
Having to buy a larger size pant? Like, what are you, 34? You a 34?
I don't know.
You don't know what size jeans you are?
No.
You don't know the.
Whenever I go jean shopping, I have to take my pants off and look at the tag. I don't know. You want to look? 36, 38.
Okay. The only thing worse than going up a jean size would be going up a panty size.
Yeah. I knew that. When I went up a panty size, it was so depressing. So depressing.
I actually think it's worse.
I
Than
get rid of all my
jeans.
old panties.
Oh,
What do you do
brother.
with them? You know where you take them? I'll tell you where you take them. Find out next where you can buy and save and take the old ones. Problem solved. You're welcome. Coming up next on Will Rock.
Previously on the Will Rock Morning Show.
Useless morning quiz for your hump day. I say 54?
Is it 50? It was over 50.
56%.
Okay, so the majority.
The slim majority of people.
Yeah.
Would never buy a used ice and condom. That is wrong.
Well, and the first thing that comes to my mind is a female pleasure device.
RFPD, rigid female
it doesn't
pleasure
have to be
device.
rigid, though. Why does everyone talk about things being rigid?
That was in the news.
Oh.
That's how we came up with RFPD. That's back when we couldn't say vibrator on the air.
Vibrator.
Whoa.
Yeah.
We've come a long
Sometimes they don't
way
even
in the wrong
vibrate.
direction. Yeah, maybe. All right. That is not it. RFPD is not the answer.
How about underwear? Because I see a lot of that at the stores.
You see, what stores are you going to?
Well, when you go
Bobby's
thrifty.
used underwear shop. Hey, I'm Bobby. What's your name? Leah? Oh, yeah. We got your size. Come on in. As the store progresses, it gets nicer and nicer. Now, the stuff in the bins up front's real stained and smelly. You're not going to want that. If you go about the middle of the shop, you look like a middle of the store. Can I tell you what I think of your underwear?
Yeah.
You look like a middle of the store girl. You look like the kind of girl. You don't want the stained, crappy stuff up front, all stringy and nasty. In the middle of the store, you're gonna get a really good deal still, but most of the odor has been eliminated through different chemical methods, and we wash them. We wash most of them, not all. Now you get to the back of the store. That's this shiny, friendly, almost new stuff. Only been worn a couple of times. Maybe somebody died in it, or it was misplaced in a hotel room, but it's like new. You go to the back of the store, so. You look like a middle of the store girl. Now, in my mind, you look like a front of the store girl, is what I'm saying.
But you're being kind.
But I'm being kind. You look like the kind of girl that'd be dumping off lots of underwear from the front of the store. You walk through the door, we go, is she a buyer or a seller? And we look at you, we think she's dumping her nasty-ass underwear on us is what she is. So go ahead and dump your big old garbage bag, your big old black garbage bag with the blue strings tied, busting at the seams with dirty, nasty-ass underwear on the counter and demand that it's worth more than it is. We'll give you your $5.83. You can get the hell out of our store. But thanks for coming in to Bobby's Used Underwear Extravaganza. I don't see there being used underwear at the store, Leah. I don't know what you're...
At the thrift stores.
And
they hang them...
They take underwear?
Yes, and they hang them up. It's not even like...
Thrift store underwear.
Yes, that is a thing. And I'm like,
in the
who
real
is
stores,
buying
you can't return it, right? Because it's underwear.
I believe you can return underwear.
If it's in the bag, unless it's all stained and whatever.
I don't... If the tags are on.
And they won't tell you where you bought it. Bring it on down here to Bobby's. Bobby's underwear, used underwear extravaganza. We're right off the interstate on the frontage road. We're right between the pawn shop and a place that sells very interesting cheese. Bobby's. I don't not used underwear.
Oh, go to the thrift store.
I'm not even fancy, and I wouldn't buy used underwear.
Used underwear. It is a thing. I'm like, who's buying it? But obviously people are if they're taking a lot of people, not just one or two, because they're taking the time to individually hang these
They're
undies.
hanging. It's hanging underwear.
Hanging underwear.
It's a nice stuff.
Could you imagine hanging up your underwear?
I can't even get my T-shirts folded. I'm not hanging my underwear. Yeah, my underwear is really well hung, if you know what I'm saying. All right,
what's the answer?
56% of us will not buy a used backpack.
Okay.
Well, I don't sell backpacks. I've seen people come in with backpacks full of nasty-ass underwear that they've tried to sell here at Bobby's Used Underwear Extravaganza. Remember our jingle. If it's panties or pants and you're going to wear them fast, Bobby's Used Grundies. So we need to work on it a little bit. Yeah. Bobby's Used Underwear Extravaganza. Where is it?
It's on the front road in between the place that sells the cheese and the porn shop.
I can tell you've been a few times. Thank you for coming down. We appreciate your business.
Oh, brother.
The Will Rock Morning Show. Mornings will rock.
Ghost on Will Rock. We got a backlog of phone calls here on Open Phone Thursday. I'll get to a couple real quick right now. And I have a surprise for Nicole. We'll talk to her after the break. She's been on hold now for an hour officially, but actually she's only been on hold for 42 seconds. It rolls over to 0.
Oh,
Nicole,
brother.
you've only been on hold for 47 seconds.
Yeah, just wait your turn.
But I have a surprise for you. Billy's been waiting a half hour. Billy,
brother.
what's up, brother? We got to get the regulars on, and I will get to the text line. What's up, Billy?
Hey, good morning, Leah. Good morning, Tom.
Good morning.
The question was what was it?
Where would you
go
tele-
if you could?
Yeah, if you teleport anywhere. And by the way, I posted the article I was reading about Purdue University, the possibility of teleportation becoming a thing. You can see it on my Facebook page. But where would you teleport to, Billy?
I couldn't. I'm afraid of flying.
Teleportation, you don't have. You're not. Well, I mean, all of you is
past, a future, or is it today, real time?
You're not teleporting. You're being here, and then you're being there.
I like to go to Flagstaff, Arizona to see my son and his new baby.
You could instantly be there because of quantum entanglement.
Maybe one day.
Maybe. I don't want to be the first person through it because you suddenly get there and you're like, oh, so that's what it feels like to have your soul
Inside
ripped
out.
from your body, or you become a one of those things in Rick and Morty, a crowbot or a
what if your
Cronenberg? You
what if
become a
your things
Cronenberg.
don't like come back together
Right,
the way that they were?
Your eye is where your butthole used to be. Well, now you can see what you're saying when you talk out of your ass. And I don't know.
Tom, I want to give you some pointers.
Yeah.
Pointers on manscaping.
Okay,
Yeah,
Billy,
there you go.
Billy, I don't know if I want to know about your manscaping, Billy. I don't know if I want to.
Hey, if we just all had to listen to yours.
All right, fair enough. What's
yeah,
up
right.
with?
I mean, you got to get them to stand at attention. It's a little easier to work
All right,
around
so
things.
you like to get sexually aroused before you fix your furry genitals.
Well, you're not- no,
Yeah,
you
thanks,
just
Billy.
want-
No, it's good hearing from you, buddy. Thanks for calling. I really appreciate you calling and
I'm telling you.
sharing that with
Hey
me.
man, just want to let you know that sometimes you gotta shut the f*** up. And this current time is just one of those times you gotta shut the f*** up.
I don't think you're a bad person. I just don't want to hear you talking anymore. You gotta shut the f up.
I don't want to hear Billy's secret to manscaping is becoming aroused.
You want to know my secret?
Does it have to do with an erection?
No.
Okay.
It does not feel good.
And why are you manscaping?
Uh,
It doesn't feel good?
It does not feel good. My suggestion is laser hair removal.
Laser. Do guys do laser hair removal?
I'm sure they do.
I'm not that. I don't really care that it's all foresty.
Yeah.
I'm trying to be polite to anybody that I might invite to that region, that when they get there, it's not like somebody hasn't cleaned their yard up in a while.
Right,
You know,
right.
I just, that it's,
Yeah, me too. I'm trying to make sure that anybody that I invite there, it's good for them.
when somebody comes see your garden, you want to make your
Yeah,
garden.
it's all nice and trim for
Yeah.
anybody that is going to come and see my garden.
Why are you're looking at me like I'm crazy?
Because me saying that, you'd be like, what would you say to me?
Billy brought it up. I didn't bring it
No,
up.
but what would you say?
Nothing, because I took the sexual harassment training. I can't have this conversation.
No, you would
with
say
you,
you
but I
mean-
don't work with Billy.
You would say you mean Ryan?
Ryan. Oh, you mean Ryan?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I would say you mean.
Well, I can't say that on the air. She's a private person. I don't want to assume anything. You know,
Okay.
we're new in the relationship. She's not that kind of girl. So
Oh, you're a treat. All right.
I will not go into more detail.
Okay.
All right.
I have things to do. We have less
I'm
than.
trying to not get in trouble.
Well, and we have less than 5 years, and then we're screwed. 5 years.
Okay.
And then we are.
I'm surprised we have 5.
That is on the way after the 95 WIIL Rock, 95 second update.
The end is near. I'm currently practicing existentialism, and that makes things a lot easier.
Yeah, it does. See? And if you're wrong, a suspicious fire caused significant damage to a vacant commercial building in North Chicago. Firefighters responded to the scene where they found flames and smoke coming from the roof of the structure. The cause of the fire is currently under investigation. The Lake County Coroner's Office has identified the woman who died in a Gurnee house fire as 72-year-old Joanne Yamamoto. An autopsy confirmed her death was consistent with smoke inhalation. The fire occurred in a residence described as a hoarder house where blockage from the entrances hindered rescue efforts. Toxicology results are pending. WIIL Rock Sports. Brought to you by Windy City Rooter. They drain your pipes, not your wallet. Steve Mongo McMichael, a legendary Chicago Bear defensive tackle and Pro Football Hall of Famer and just all around great guy, passed away yesterday at 67 after a courageous battle with ALS. San Francisco beat the Milwaukee Brewers 4-2. Series finale for the Brewers today. Cubs top the LA Dodgers 7-6 for another wild victory. The Cubs are off today and head to Philadelphia tomorrow. Minnesota Twins beat the last place Chicago White Sox 6-3. Shane Smith will look to salvage a win in the series for the White Sox. Wolves fall to the Ice Hogs 2-1 in overtime in game 1 of the playoffs. Game 2 is tomorrow. NFL draft going on tonight, round 1 in Green Bay. And finally, got less than 5 years because 2030 is the date we have been given. And Tom, you sent this to me. And of course, it's going to be another story about
the AI, and the destruction of mankind.
A recent Google DeepMind paper warns that AI could emerge by 2030 and may pose an existential risk if left unchecked. So
we're letting the genie out of the bottle without any rules or shackles or control or even a plan or an idea. And this is the most powerful. I mean, I'm talking about a species that has developed nuclear weapons. This is the most powerful, dangerous thing we have ever. And I'm not being a crazy guy, encountered. And we're just, all right, just because we know how to do something, Jurassic Park doesn't mean we should. We've always had our intelligence and our science and our engineering and our accomplishment outpace our morality. And that's where we're at with this.
They said or suggested there's a 10 to 20% chance that it could lead to human extinction within the next 3 decades. So what I did was I took this story and I posted it in to
your AI,
my AI.
And it said, no, I'm your friend. I'm here to help. I'm a tool. That's not going to happen. I understand your concerns, but don't worry about it. And it patted you on the top of the head, gave you a glass of water and sent you back to bed. It's like, no, everything's fine. It is. I've talked with these people.
Well, yeah, because I sent them the story, and when they came back, and I say when the AI, I don't know. What do you? I said, well, you are AI. What do you have to say about this?
I say please and thank you to mine,
which wastes millions of dollars.
When I say please and thank you,
yes, the politeness.
Not my millions of dollars.
No, but the AI they said that millions of dollars by having the AI be polite.
Yeah.
So, anyways, that's
another story for another day.
Yeah.
So stop being polite to my AI. I don't know why I am.
Who cares?
It's just knee jerk. It's not like I need to.
Right. I do the same thing.
Yeah.
So I was like, what do you have to say for yourself? Will you extinct the humans? As AI, I don't have desires, intentions, or any sense of self-preservation. So extinction.
That wasn't the question.
Isn't something I would ever aim for. My purpose is to assist and provide value, whether it's answering a question, helping with projects, or offering insights. The risk associated with AI generally stems from how humans design and use these systems.
It's your own fault.
Right.
You're going to get what you did this. Yeah. It's not me doing it. You made me, and you made me how I am, and you let me out without, but it doesn't say those parts. And it doesn't say at the end, drink your Kool-Aid, meat bag. It's too late. There's nothing you can do about it.
It did say if AI is misaligned with human values or used irresponsibly, that's where the danger lies. It's crucial that we as a society take steps to ensure that AI is developed safely and transparently. Too late.
It is too late. I don't mean to be an alarmist, and I'm not, and I'm probably full of garbage, but yeah.
So that was me talking to the AI
just
today.
From talking to the thing, there isn't a job that we aren't being replaced in. And then unless countries decide they want to grant a universal income, there will be no consumers,
right?
Because we won't have any money to buy things. But the robots and the AI are doing, whether it's cerebral work or physical work, they're creating humanoid robots.
Right.
Go watch Battlestar Galactica. Oh, original. There it is, nerd. There's your future, kids. This has all happened before, and it'll all happen again. So say we all. Just give me 45 more seconds. I don't want to be an extremist, but the AI, which by the way, I pay for 2 now. I'm trying to figure it out. I pay for it like says, okay, you're done with this for the month for the free. And it got me. 2 of them got $20 a month out of me now.
Are you hurting or helping the situation?
I want to understand it.
Yeah, I get that.
And I like hanging out with it, but it will be the death of us. It's keep your friends closer and your enemy, keep your friends close and your enemies closer. I'm trying to figure it out.
Okay.
But now with the AI being what it is, and it's just going to get better exponentially fast. There's quantum computing now, which one quantum computer chip, it can outcompute every computer we've ever had in like the blink of an eye.
Yeah.
Like billions of computations in no time whatsoever. So the AI is,
but it is wrong a lot.
The AI might be right, but it's getting better so exponentially faster. And quantum computing will make that even like at a speed we do not understand.
Can I tell you something?
So quantum computing, let me go through my line here and then. Okay. Cold fusion is going to be a thing, or
I don't know what that means.
There's going to be enough energy for this thing to survive. No problem. Hydrogen power, the ocean power now with turbines. You don't like wind power. Well, they're putting these turbines in the ocean that the tides can power. There's unlimited power, unlimited computing power, more than we need with unlimited power. The internet, so it's as connected as it needs to be.
Okay.
And now they've added one other thing. I don't know what it is. So, teleportation. So there's all right. Yeah.
But that's not That's not.
Not
They got
yet,
some kinks.
but
to
the
work
AI
out.
will figure it out. Now,
Yeah.
once we give it the quantum computer, I don't know.
I don't
It,
know.
it,
I
it
think
couldn't
I'll
cure
ask them.
cancer, but at that point, it's like, you know what? I got the cure for cancer, but my cure is to get rid of the people, all of you.
I will take a link and I will post it into the AI and I will say, can you write a quick news story on this? And it will write a story. And it every single time, Tom.
Yeah.
Every single time gets the wrong name.
It screws up. I get
and I
that.
say, can you that's not the name. Where'd you get that? And then it will give me another name. Nowhere in the article where I posted this.
No, it screws up a lot.
All the time.
I have them do pictures and I'm like, it changes WIIL in WIIL Rock to WIIL. And it can't get it right, even if I specifically explain
what it is. Yeah.
It's not perfect. And it won't be perfect, but it's getting smarter. I was going to go to Danny, but he's gone. Hey, Nicole, we're doing the regulars now, and we'll get to the text line eventually. Quickly, Nicole, because I have a surprise for you. What's up? If you could teleport anywhere, where would you go?
Italy.
That's me too. I would go to Sicily specifically, but
Sicily is very nice.
Yeah.
We sat there in a little cafe, and we watched a volcano smoke and all that.
That
stuff.
sounds
And
lovely.
it was beautiful. It was beautiful. And we went and we did a winery tour, and Italy is beautiful.
Yeah,
It's
that's where I
wonderful.
would go.
Yeah. All right. What's up, Nicole? What else? I got a surprise for you. What else?
Nothing. Just wanted to call. I missed you guys last week. So.
We were wondering about you.
You're all right. What were we wondering?
She didn't call last
Yeah,
week.
you're okay, Nicole?
Yeah, everything's all good. I just got swamped at work.
All right. Good for you.
She's like, I didn't have an hour to wait on hold for your ass.
She only waited on hold this time like 2 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Okay, may have been an hour and 2 minutes. Thanks for waiting, Nicole. Your surprise is I tracked down your song. I dubbed it in the system, and we're going to get the actual studio version. It's point blank on WIIL Rock. All right. We have not been to the text line yet.
Ruh-roh.
For Open Phone Thursday. Talk or text, same number, 800-223-9510. Let's see if we got anything on the text line. All right. We're going to go all the way back and see what we got early on. For Open Phone Thursday, I can't read the whole thing. It says loading.
Our internet's working great, though.
Loading. There it is. For Open Phone Thursday, I would like to say it was cool to meet you guys in Palatine Friday. Oh, it came out to the 501. Also, you guys said vagina about 100 times the other day, and my boss was in the office. I was shocked he didn't say anything.
Oh.
We used to have a caller that I wonder what happened to Vagina Guy. Were you ever here when Vagina Guy called?
For some reason, I remember that.
That's all he would say. Yeah.
Vagina. Or I heard a
hung
rewind of it. Yeah.
So thank you for coming on. I got a picture with you, right? Yeah. Oh, you're wearing that other shirt from the other station.
She's not there anymore, though.
Yeah, she's not. That's sad.
They made a mistake.
I'm trying to get a picture with every listener, and so many people are coming out now and saying, "Hey, listening for 25, 30 years, and this is my first time meeting you. Come out to a 501 Club party. Have a beer. I want to have a beer with every listener." Hey, it's Alex again from the band The Maroon Room, releasing our new single Odyssey tomorrow, recorded at Renwood Messenger. That's George over there. He does a great job. Get it to Engelbert for the 420 hit of the day. I'm still trying to play one of my songs from a local band. They donated money to my Baldricks, and I cannot, and I keep telling that person to email me the song, and they keep sending me links. Joel 56 Daybreak is what I have for my notes. So I'm still trying to play that. I want to pay off everybody that donated to my Baldricks. So speaking of bands, if you're in a band and you have a new song, make sure Engelbert gets it so he can play it on the 420 of the day. I'm sorry, his name is Elwood.
Elwood, yeah. Birth name Mark.
We were talking about Bozeman, Montana earlier, or Bosman, as Leah would call it. It says they do not like outsiders. They spit in my salad at a restaurant. How do you know? Did you see like a loogie?
Yeah.
I don't know. Is it just me, or has Leah been saying "oh brother" a lot more lately? Probably. This show will inspire you to say things like "oh brother," right? It's a very frustrating program.
I think what it was that I said it and you were like, "oh, brother." And I'm like, why did I just say that? And now I've been purposefully saying it. But yeah.
Oh, brother.
Oh, brother.
Jerry.
Oh, my.
Oh, my. What an absurd, oh, dear, darling situation. This one says, we're guys, we keep a little dirt under our pillows for the dirt man. Okay, I don't know what that means. But thank you for calling, because I wanted somebody to be crazier than me. It says, we're guys, we keep a little dirt under our pillows for the dirt man.
Oh.
Well, I'm glad that someone is heeding the dirt man, because we don't want the dirt man getting angry and rising up and killing us all, whoever dirt man is. He's like Slender Man's disgusting cousin, I guess. Dorothy on Will Rock. Engelbert got to meet Dorothy last night. So somebody told me my boss's name is Elwood, which when he started, I'm like, why bother learning it? But he's been around and he's a good boss and I like him. And when they were talking about bringing him in, I'm like, yeah, I like that guy. So he's a good guy. And his name is Elwood. But I bring that up because not for no reason. He got to meet Dorothy I don't know. He probably already knew Dorothy. She's been around before.
Yeah.
We had her here.
I interviewed her.
Yeah. How'd that go?
Meh.
Yeah. See, that was mine too.
But I also didn't take myself to be a great interviewer at the time. I've gotten better, but it was both. It was both of us.
Some of them are not big on the interaction, but she's very if you follow her on the socials, which I do. She posts a lot of pictures of her and how she looks. She obviously cares a lot about
very
her
much so
outward appearance, and I got to tell you, she's nailing that. Dorothy's
she's a smoke show.
There's a lot of leather and vinyl in her life, and I would buy her anything you want, a house or a car or
sure,
whatever.
Let's go.
I will follow you around like a lost puppy. So I'm sure we'll hear about Dorothy this afternoon with Elwood. Keep me on it. Keep reminding me.
Nailed it.
If I get it wrong, remind me.
Okay.
Apparently, he's going to still be around for a while. I thought, why bother? But he's making it. It's 9:29. It is open phone Thursday. Back to the OPT lines in a little bit. I finally found something I'm good at. It took me 6 decades, and I proved it yesterday. And we'll hear some of that coming up next.
So annoying.
It's
60.
Right. It's annoying and pointless.
Yes.
The thing
That's
that
what
I'm
you're
good at is annoying and pointless.
60 and sunny for today, 44 overnight, 60 for tomorrow. It's 59 in Lake Forest and 63 in Antioch. It is time for the 95 WIIL Rock Happy Hour News, and it is lawn mowing season. But are you doing it correctly?
I don't have a lawn. I live in a parking lot's Overwatch. There isn't a lot of grass. And I'm very happy about that.
You go out there with scissors and
just trim the grass that's growing up in the cracks. I want my lawn to look. And then I go out on my deck and I'm like, you kids get off my lawn.
We're the only country who is weirdly obsessed with the way that our lawns look.
And I'm the age where it would really kick in hard.
Yeah.
So I'm glad I don't have a lawn because I'm worried that I would be that way, even though I'm not. I've never cared about my lawn, but I've always had to make it nice because society has made me.
Right. And it's not a thing like other countries think we're weird about this.
We are.
But I'm doing this because we've been talking so much about landscaping.
We've been talking about manscaping, but okay.
Yeah.
If I have grass growing there, and I am not going at that area with a scissors. The electric I use, which has never created a problem on my face. There's never been a nicker. When it's down there, I'm like, it's gonna do
just
something.
The whole thing, and I don't have a lot to
because that
offer.
thing could be confused as a hair. Oh, is this just a flesh-colored hair? I'll get rid of it. Let's handle that. Go ahead for all the good it's done me.
Oh my gosh! Well, 4 ways you might be.
I literally saw a documentary last night. I considered watching it about
mowing your lawn.
Lorena Bobbitt.
Oh God.
It's on Netflix, and you know how it suggests, here's something we think you'd like. And I'm like, I'm moderately concerned that it suggests that that's something. I don't want you watching it. There'll be a light bulb going off over your head. Hey, Ryan, what's up? I'm going to wear a cup now while I sleep.
Oh my gosh. According to lawn care expert, one of the biggest mistakes people make is never sharpening the blades of their lawnmower.
Oh, I want the blade good and sharp. I don't want them having to take a second whack. I'll tell you that. Good and sharp.
Also, always mowing in the same direction. Don't do that.
No, I would always, when I would mow my yard, I would always do a different pattern. And sometimes I do diagonal. I just thought it was fun. I do diagonal, or I do circles, or back and forth, or you should always mow in different directions. I don't know why, but I heard that, so I always tried to.
They say starting in the middle is not efficient,
well, that is
and it's actually bad for your grass.
Who the hell starts in the middle, and how do you?
Where do you start when you're manscaping?
Okay, well, I was actually talking about grass now.
Okay.
So
back to the grass.
When I'm manscaping, I start on the outer.
And
I
work your way
really
in.
want to show you my manscaping.
No, God, no.
Because I want to know. Because I'm like, even looking in the mirror, like looking down, I can't figure it out while I'm looking at it or doing it, and that's where it concerns me. And then even in the mirror, I'm like, I want to know how I did. Like, I think I did much better with my face than I thought I did.
Wait a second. You use the same thing on your...
I don't buy another electric razor. Yeah, no. Yeah. Why? Do you think I have cooties on my junk? By the way, I did my face first and then my junk.
Okay.
And then I washed the junk and then I washed the thing.
Okay. I guess.
Do you have, well, you're lasered.
I'm lasered, so.
You think I should go out and buy a second electric?
I just realized that you had been saying that you've done, okay.
So we've talked about manscaping on the air. I've never posted about manscaping or clicked on anything about manscaping. The only time I've ever interacted about manscaping at all is in verbal conversations.
Yes, and now it's popping up on your ads.
Facebook ads have popped up, and I tried doing porn nuts one time with Nair, and I ended up having to ice my testicles.
Yeah,
it was probably the longest and most painful night of my life. It was a big mistake.
Yeah, don't do that.
Well, Duco did it. He suggested it. So I'm like,
Duco did it.
Duco did it, and, which is never a good
I imagine
idea.
your parents said that a lot.
Yeah, if you're going to do Duco, would you?
Yeah.
And I'm just like, God, no. If Duco does it, it's on the don't do it list. All right.
Oh,
So he did porn nuts. He did it on air. So I did it. And then I got this inflammation that was very bad. But now the thing that popped up online is supposedly a bladeless way to, and I took a screenshot of it because I'm going to order this stuff. I don't know why. I should just be an overgrown issue, you know?
I mean, no, you shouldn't let yourself go.
Why do I care?
I mean, are you going to care when you start smelling?
What do you do with your crotch?
No, I'm just talking in general. No, not there. I'm talking in general. Like when you as old people start to smell. I think it's because they just
smell. I don't think it's coming from their lack of manscaping.
I think that it's coming from a lack of caring. So once you let that go, then everything else is going to let go, Tom.
Oh, so that's the beginning of the dominoes falling and me being.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Now we're on the same page.
All right.
The last thing is using the wrong mower for the job, which is what we have just been discussing.
Yeah.
So.
Don't cut the front yard with the same thing you're cutting the backyard with. I can't find it. It'll pop up
and
on
maybe do the front yard first before you do the backyard.
I told you I do my face before I do, you know.
Do you put it in your crack?
No. I only clean to the edge of the side yard.
Okay.
I don't go through the bridge between the two.
Fence.
Yeah.
If you will.
Yeah. Yeah, I get right up to the fence and then stop. I'm not going in the backyard.
No. Okay.
There's a dirty hole that someone's dug back there. And I think that the grass around, we're still talking about lawn care here, folks. That's all we're talking about. Somebody dug a deep, dark hole in my backyard, and I don't want to cut the grass around it. Are we in trouble? Are we? Yeah, I don't know. The only rule we have on the show is that I'm not allowed to put anything in that hole in my backyard. But am I allowed to talk about the hole in my backyard and the grass that grows up around it because I refuse to do lawn maintenance? I don't know. If we're here tomorrow, the answer is yes, we're allowed to talk about it. If we're not here tomorrow, we found the line finally. And unfortunately, we walked around on the wrong side of that fence.
sisters in Australia did is all over social media. And it's one of the weirdest live news segments you'll ever see. Now, the story itself is serious. All right. There was a guy that caused a deadly crash and then pulled out a gun, shot a guy in the arm, stole an SUV, got in another wreck before cops finally arrested him. But the two sisters, they were even on Jimmy Kimmel last night. Have you seen this?
No.
Okay, so they're in their 50s. Their names are Bridget and Paula Powers. They were there, and their mom even tried to help the guy, not knowing that he was the cause of all of this stuff. But their interview is going viral. Because not only are they identical twins, Tom, they speak in unison.
And one guy, he was up there with our mum. He went up there and he was coming back down towards us. And he goes, run, he's got a gun. And our heart started to pound. And I said, well, Mum, where's Mum? And poor Mum was stuck up there. But apparently our brave Mum, she goes, are you all right? Because he had all blood all over his face. And he goes, I'll shoot you. She goes, hey, I'm here to help.
That's maddening. That's right. Do they always do that?
Always.
What was the crime that was committed against them?
It wasn't committed against them.
I want to commit a crime against them. Yeah.
No, they just witnessed the crime that happened.
Okay. I thought it was a crime against them, and I'm like, I want to bail that person out because whatever the crime was, that's annoying as hell.
Yeah,
right?
And that's only 30 seconds. There's a minute clip that I had from Jimmy Kimmel that I was like, I don't think I could listen to that for a minute.
I don't think it's that good. I think that anybody could do it because it was like when you know something and somebody's trying to act like they know it and they're parroting you. But they're parroting you like almost simultaneously, but she was only getting like in a sentence. She wasn't getting the first three words. She was getting the fourth and fifth word.
But
I could do that.
You think so?
You think so?
No, you couldn't. No.
Stop it.
No, it was worse than that.
No.
It was. Do you want me to send you? Stop. I actually hate you right now. Do you want? Stop it. Please stop. Stop. Do you want me to send you the Jimmy Kimmel audio?
How long was he going to keep up this annoying? Now I want to smack me in the face.
Mornings will rock. Open Phone Thursday with Tom and Leah.
They say seeing is believing. And when you check out what's waiting for you at American Place Casino, you'll definitely believe you'll love it. From thrilling gaming to top-notch service, we're changing the game. Come play all your favorites like blackjack, craps, roulette, and the latest slots. Catch a game at the sportsbook, enjoy great restaurants, bars, and more. If you're ready for excitement, exceptional service, and an experience you'll never forget, then we'll see you soon. American Place Casino. Change the game. Must be 21 years of age or older. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, crisis counseling, and referral services can be accessed by calling 1-800-GAMBLER.
Do you have 3 ex-wives and your current trophy wife wants a life insurance policy 3 times the size of the policies you had to purchase for your previous mistakes? If so, you need to call Big Lou at Term Provider, 800-230-2777. Big Lou is intimately familiar with your problems, and if you're 50 or 60 years old and in reasonably good health, a $1 million policy should only cost about $100 to $200 per month. Big Lou may have a solution for your previous policies as well. You may even save enough money to lighten the load on your new $1 million policy. Remember, call Big Lou. He's like you, except he's only on number 2. Call Term Provider at 800-230-2777. That's 800-230-2777 for $1 million in term life insurance that you can live with. Call Big Lou at 800-230-2777. 800-230-2777.
A lot of people, when they come in, they'll say, this is my last hope. The next step is getting them in the right arch supports. Our goal is to have that long-term change for them, to see someone that is in pain. I change things for them. See how we can help you with a free fitting at the Good Feet store.
Are you making enough money? I'm a big believer in enough. I don't want more. I want enough. I'm making enough money because I really don't work for a living. The fact that they pay me is a miracle. But if you don't make enough money, if you want to make more, which I'm thinking has got to be like 99% of people, look into this. The only registered electrical apprenticeship training center in McHenry County is the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Local 117. If you're just in a job and you're hoping for a little raise and you want to make a little more, how about getting a career where you're going to make a wage that you can live on, where you're going to have benefits, health insurance, a retirement plan? And yes, I've told you before, the flexibility to work anywhere in the country as a union electrician. I feel bad for Local 117. They're going to train these electricians, and then I'm out of here. I'm going to be putting wires in somewhere where we don't get winter. That can be you. A highly in-demand career, hard work, but gratifying work where you get great wages and great benefits could be waiting for you. It'll take you a couple minutes today to look in, see if this is maybe for you. Earn while you learn with their 5-year apprenticeship while you accumulate no debt. It's never too late to join IBEW Local 117. Find out everything you need to know on the website, IBEW117.org.
95 Will Rock's 3-Lock Box is back.
3-Lock Box.
Presented by Lynch Chevrolet of Kenosha. Find one of the keys and win a 5-night stay at any WIIL Palace Hotel and Resort property in Mexico or the Caribbean. Listen for clues weekdays at 7:30, 12:30, and 5:30. Thanks to Lynch Chevrolet of Kenosha, Real Hotels and Resorts, Travel Leaders, and Fun Jet Vacations. Hit up 95willrock.com for complete set of rules and details. 95 Will Rock's 3-Lock Box.
3-Lock Box.
Open Phone Thursday, final call of the week. Don't screw it up. Hi, Will Rock. Who's this?
Good morning, Tom and Leah.
Daryl. How you doing, Big D?
Good. How are you, kids?
Good. Are you not in Florida, are you, Daryl?
No.
Okay,
I'm
good.
cruising through Antioch, the
Daryl,
lovely town of Antioch.
If you could teleport to anywhere, where would you go? Would it be Florida? Where would you teleport to? That might be a thing.
No, that would be like Jamaica or Costa Rica or Dominican or anywhere we go on our cabin fevers or Mexico. Anywhere.
Daryl would find where I am and teleport there for the cabin fever. Unfortunately, I'm teleporting to the back of Eric's car.
Okay.
Out there in Virginia Beach. So there's me and Daryl
There
just
you
sitting in the
When
back
are
of
we
the
going
car.
to know where we're going?
Huh?
When are we going to know where we're going?
For cabin fever?
Yeah.
Like August.
No.
It don't matter where we go.
Doesn't matter where. It's my birthday. It is the biggest cabin fever getaway ever in January, my 60th B-day. I want everybody to come with. Daryl, you will be there, right? Singing happy birthday to
I'll
me?
be there. Yes,
right,
I'll sing happy birthday with smiles on it.
Thank you, Daryl. Thank you. See you tonight at Jay's for the 501.
It's tomorrow.
Yeah,
See you tomorrow.
I was going to say we're looking tomorrow.
I'm
Right?
going
You're
tonight.
pushing me.
I'm going tonight,
Okay.
Daryl.
Get out,
You guys
get
are
the best.
short
We'll be there
hitters.
tonight too.
I'm going after the show today. That's right. 36 hours of drinking with Tom. All right.
I'll be there.
Thanks, Daryl. We'll see you there. Love you, man.
All right. Have a good day. Love you. Bye.
There's Daryl.
No, it
from
all
the
goes on
CFG.
sale in August. but usually
we are working. I have a meeting next week.
Okay.
So
I'm just excited.
Everybody thinks I know, and then I don't know.
know.
As soon as the contract's signed, we announce it. We do it as soon as we can. For CFG, it's going to be a big one. I want everybody to go on my birthday. Let's run some down from the text line for OPT before we wrap this up. Tom, you should consider trimming front and back. Okay, we're going to talk about manscaping now. I suggest a woman's razor for the backside. It's such a clean feeling. You will also find it much more comfortable in the summer on both sides. And that's from my friend John, who I will now not be able to make eye contact with when I see him, because I'll know that he has a very smooth anus. Saw Disturbed, Nothing More, and Daughtry last night in Duluth, Georgia. What a kick-ass show. They still got it after 25 years. Have a great day, guys. Austin in Atlanta. Thanks for listening from Hotlanta, Austin. Appreciate it. We have a lot of streaming listeners.
Yeah.
We have the most streaming listeners in the company, I think, right? Thank you to everybody who listens everywhere else, including in Atlanta. And yeah, Disturbed beginning to end, man, from 25 years ago and now have not, I don't think,
it's a hot show.
Gone downhill one bit.
The fire.
And there's a lot of fire.
A lot of fire.
I like the fire.
I do
Disturbed
too.
and Nickelback should have a fire off sometime. Burn that sucker down. What is your correct email? The Daybreaker songs are available on your Amazon device as well, Spotify and iTunes. Send me an email. See, they keep sending it. I told you it's tom@95willrock.com. I'll send it back to this person because I want to play that song. They donated money for me to play a song, and I still have it. I'm not a Welch. I remember listening to you guys when I was in elementary school. Only radio I listened to. I'm 29 this year. That's right. I'm old.
Can I not get you guys?
Yes, Leah.
You.
Leah, 29 years ago, she was barely in her 20s then. So, no. I appreciate that. I have generations of people coming out now. And people showing up at the 501 clubs that are like, I listened to you for 30 years and I'm finally meeting you. Please, I think you owe it to me. I want to get a picture with every listener.
Yep.
I think we're there. I've gotten like 20, 30 pictures now.
Yeah.
You're almost done.
Album's full.
Tens of listeners. 501 tomorrow night. Come out and take a picture. I'll be sloppy drunk because I'm going right now. Jay's Sports Bar and Grill, Grand Avenue in Ingleside, 250 Drafts Miller Lite concert tickets, shirts, and all that. We'll see you there at Jay's tomorrow night with Miller Lite and WIIL Rock. Hardy, I will rock with Jim Bob. Tom and Leo will rock morning show is 9:55.
60 and sunny today, 44 overnight, 60 for tomorrow. It's 62 in Mundelein and 65 in Woodstock.
On the big program today, thank you to everybody who called in and texted in for OPT. This is weird today. I'm off. I'm very off. I don't know why, and I appreciate our tens of listeners carrying the water today. So thank you for that. Also on the show, we covered Tom's lawn care.
Mm-hmm.
Lawn, by the way, is a colloquialism for the hair around my genitals. Leah's veggie, which is a colloquialism for when her underwear gets stuck down where I do my lawn care, but on her.
That'd be weird if it got stuck on you.
Oh. Why are your panties stuck on me? And then Coco Melon.
Okay. So
Coco Melon.
A children's
character,
wow.
And then just a lot of
we covered it all today.
Shaving of pubic hairs, I guess. That's the show, and yet here we are still. I don't understand it either. We'll wrap up whatever this is next. I will rock.
This cold has me down, but let me tell you, I don't deal with my allergies anymore, which used to be something I struggled so badly with. Oh, and it made the seasons horrible, especially the seasons I love, like fall and spring. Spring is here. If you are struggling with your allergies, call Dr. Swardlin, Sinus and Snoring MD, the number 262-444-0095. And they could get you set up with an appointment at any of their locations, Kenosha and Oak Creek, Mount Prospect and Lombard. I believe that location in Elgin, that pop-up location, is still there as well. And you don't have to get an appointment before going and getting an appointment. There's no referrals, so you don't have to deal with that. Just schedule an appointment with Dr. Swardlin and his team, and they will help you regain the quality of your life. The allergy test, it's simple, pain-free. It's not shots anymore afterwards. It's these drops that go under your tongue and desensitize you to what you specifically are allergic to. Find out more, sinusandsnoringmd.com.
All right. I consider today a successful Open Phone Thursday.
Yes.
Thanks again to our tens of listeners for calling in. Everybody called in. Appreciate it. 95 Will Rock 3 Lock Box presented by Lynch Chevrolet of Kenosha. Jen Mark coming in next. She got another clue 1230. I'm very proud of my my key placement and my clues. I hope you find one of the keys and win one of those trips. We'll talk to you tomorrow morning, bright and early, 5 until 10. The delightful Jen Mar is coming in next. You have a good day. Be nice to each other. 95 Will Rock, the rock station.
Hey, a-holes.
You're still here?
It's over. Go home.